Hey, I'm Dave Rubin, and this is TYT140, a lot of news in a little time. It's been 4 days since a police officer in Ferguson, Missouri shot and killed unarmed African-American teenager Michael Brown, and officials are still refusing to release the name of the officer responsible. Police confronted demonstrators again Tuesday night with tear gas and orders to disperse. In a statement, Ferguson officials asked protesters to limit their demonstrations to daylight hours, saying, quote, "Unfortunately, those who wish to co-opt peaceful protests and turn them into violent demonstrations have been able to do so over the past several days during the evening hours." It was unclear whether the statement referred to the demonstrators or to the police. Not all American military assets are in Missouri, however. On Tuesday, Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel announced that 130 additional troops are being deployed to Iraq. Described by Pentagon officials as military advisors, the group will be tasked with evacuating refugees and assisting locals in northern Iraq fighting the ISIS rebel group. For the Iraqi military's sake, let's hope these advisors give really good advice. Speaking of advice, the German government appears increasingly willing to confront Russia over the Ukraine crisis. On Tuesday, German officials warned Moscow not to exploit a Russian aid convoy bound for eastern Ukraine for military purposes. Recently, German Chancellor Angela Merkel has taken a firmer stance against Russia, even supporting sanctions that could harm German business interests. No word yet on whether Vladimir Putin plans to respond by attacking Germany with the so-called nuclear option, canceling the upcoming David Hasselhoff-Yakov Smirnov World Tour. Meanwhile, on the political front, the National Republican Campaign Committee has reportedly been creating fake news sites to promote GOP House candidates. According to National Journal, the web pages look like actual news sites and claim to contain legitimate news, but are actually little more than Republican campaign ads. A Democratic spokesman criticized the practice and said that Republicans should be above deceiving the public by trying to pass off propaganda as news. This spokesman is apparently unfamiliar with Fox News. And finally, the small Minnesota village of Cormorant has a new mayor who, like superstars Prince and Madonna, just goes by one name, Duke. Something else that sets Duke apart from most politicians is that he is a dog. The 7-year-old pooch won the popular vote among Cormorant's 12 residents and will be sworn into office on Sunday. Duke was swept into office on a platform promising to personally reduce residents' garbage disposal costs by eating all the garbage himself. I'm Dave Rubin. Follow us on Twitter at TYT140 and suggest stories using hashtag TYT140. We'll see you tomorrow.